This is the groovy new Ronco Auto Cup, brand new in 1977. And this is a Contigo Auto Seal travel mug, purchased brand new in 2019. Which one is better? Mine is. Today we take a trip back to the 1970s with the Ronco Auto Cup. And this is a factory sealed model, never removed from box. I'm gonna crack this thing open and compare it to a modern travel mug by Contigo, which they both have similar features. They both have a push button handle. They're supposed to be leak proof. Let's crack these open and put them to the test. Now, if you're gonna be unboxing a 1977 travel mug, you definitely have to take your time with it. I almost don't wanna do it because it's been shrink wrapped for over 40 years, but I gotta do it though, right? Gotta do it. Oh, it almost feels wrong opening this up. Oh man. Oh, we have 70s air coming through here. Portable no spill insulated cup. Keeps drinks hot or cold, carrying strap included. They show it being used for skiing, in a boat, at the golf course. Over here they got it in the car, they got it in a bicycle, they got it in a truck. Here we go. Minimal packaging. Oh wow. Oh, this is my strap. It's a piece of plastic. That's not a very impressive strap now, is it? It seems like it's discolored over time. On the box, it shows it as white. What is that, like a salmon color almost? And it also seems a little bit smaller in person than it looks on the box. They got the instructions rubber band onto the unit itself. Now the commercial shows the guy just laying his drink down, nothing spills out. Press the button. You've got this spring right here. It's spring loaded. What do we got inside? Not very much. It doesn't hold that much. I thought it was going to hold more than that. It does say it's insulated though. I like how the instructions are typed in all caps, like they're yelling at you. I tried sending in my warranty card for one of my other Ronco products I opened. It came back undeliverable, so I guess I won't send this warranty in. But it did have a 1-year limited warranty. And so we have these instructions here. I don't know if I'm gonna use this strap or not. Should I use this strap? It says, when drinking, raise the cup to lips, then press the trigger. So they're saying to put it to your lips and then press. When finished drinking, release the trigger and drink the last drop. Before you set the cup down, make sure that your tongue scoops up any leftover liquid caught in the roof of the cup. This will prevent any liquid residue from damaging any fabrics. It literally says that. Use your tongue to scoop. Biking, trucking, skiing, boating, fishing, golfing, and so on. It even says and so on. It says to wash it with hot water, but do not put it in the automatic dishwasher. Now let's take a quick look at this Contigo here. This is a 20-ounce model, just got this off Amazon. By the way, I think this was sold originally for $4.99 and then up to $5.88. If you convert that to 2019 dollars, it's actually over $20. So this would actually be cheaper. I think I paid $16 for this. So technically, in 2019 dollars, this is the cheaper of the two. Contigo has some instructions inside here. This is stainless steel. This says it can actually be on the top rack of the dishwasher. Once again, you've got a spring-loaded trigger here, and the technology is called Auto Seal. It knows when to close. Now the instructions on this one say to, prior to drinking, make sure the lid's properly threaded. It says always press the button when it's in an upright position, away from your face, to release pressure. And then when it's pressed, you drink, release the button to seal. They're really kind of similar in some ways. I can't wait to watch these and get started when I leave town tomorrow morning. Do you think the 1977 Ronco will perform as well as the modern Contigo? We're gonna find out. All right, I am in Baker, California, and I've got my two travel mugs with me, the 1977 and the modern Contigo. I put coffee in these exactly 4 hours ago. It's 4 p.m. I put in there at noon. Here's a flashback to how that went and what the temperature was. So what I'm gonna do is open these up and take a little sip and see what the temperature is, and then I'm gonna see how spill proof they really are. First up, Ronco. Oh, I heard a little bit of pressure being released. Now let's see how well it does after 4 hours. It's not cold. It's not warm either. It's kind of lukewarm. Let's try this one next. That's hot coffee. There's a significant difference between the two of these. Huge! But don't take my word for it. Let's get a couple thermometers and check it out. Let's see how spill-proof they are first, though. Oh. Nothing. The modern Contigo's setting a high bar here. Hot coffee and no spilling. Pretty nice, actually, for about 16, 17 bucks. Now, with Ronco, I wasn't too impressed with the temperature, but let's see the spill-proof quality here. Oh, Ronco is coming through with the spill-proof cup. Look at this. All right, so maybe it doesn't keep it as insulated, but it does keep it from spilling. Let's check the temperature of these now. Ronco, 93 degrees. It's not much cooler than that outside. A different thermometer to make sure I'm not affecting it. Oh, look at this. Look at the Contigo, 130. That's in 4 hours. As far as being spill-proof goes, it's a tie, but as far as temperature goes, Contigo destroys the Ronco. Contigo wins hands down as far as keeping it warm goes. But as far as drinking goes, let's see here. The trigger on the Ronco is not that difficult to squeeze. It's pretty easy. Lukewarm coffee. The only thing about the Ronco is you tend to get coffee in there. See that? And the instructions say to use your tongue to get it out. I don't think people want to do that. No instruction should be telling you to use your tongue to clean out a cup. Sorry, Ronco. You're great for a lot of things, but not that. Contigo does not have that problem. Press the button. I heard pressure being released again. Press the button before putting it in your mouth, by the way, because the pressure could blow hot coffee in your mouth. You don't want that. You know, not long ago, I actually tested out a Ronco chopper from the 50s against some modern choppers and found it was about as good as the old ones, and probably since it's so old, I gave it the edge. I'm not so sure about this one this time. This just seems far superior. I mean, yes, the fact that this one holds more liquid. I don't even know if you can buy a 12-ounce Auto Cup anymore. It holds less. You get liquid in the lip area here, and it doesn't keep it as warm as this one did. So I have another test on the way back. We'll do that one and then see what happens.
Yeah, that's a totally invalid test, man. Who's gonna wait 4 hours to drink a cup of coffee? I know I wouldn't.
Next up, let's try some cold water with these. Now, it's not an exact comparison because this one has more liquid, but it's a general idea of how the old 70s Ronco Auto Cup will compare to something modern. Let's try it out. All right, fill them up with ice. Contigo. It's around 40 degrees. Different thermometer. Auto Cup, 40 degrees. What I did was I filled them all the way up with ice, as far as they would go, and topped it off with water. Now they have different volumes, so the results shouldn't be exactly the same, but if they're significantly different, then we'll know there's something up. And I have a feeling that based on my hot coffee test, this one will probably be a lot colder than this one. It's 10:41 a.m. I've got a lot to do. I'll come back tomorrow morning and see how they're holding up. Let's see how they look. There's actually still ice in there. It's kind of formed one big block in the bottom, if you can see that. And it's probably in the ice. It's pretty cold. Pretty impressive. Now for the 1970s, come on, disco era. Oh, it's basically room temperature. Well, maybe, yeah, it's room temperature. Ronco. And the Contigo, there's still a bunch of ice in the bottom there. It formed one big block. I can hit the ice there. Very impressive. Impressive, not so impressive. I think the 70s lost this one again.
Hey, that's not a fair test, man. You guys are using 2019 ice cubes in a 1977 cup. Get some 1977 ice cubes and make this a scientific test.
Now, besides my test I've shown here, I've actually been using this for a couple of weeks now. I actually took it on a road trip all the way up to Fresno to perform on stage up there. I actually had it on stage with me at our acoustic show. All right, so even though the 1977 Ronco Auto Cup can't really hang with a modern travel mug,
Hey man, there you go again.
it was kind of ahead of its time.
There you go.
And it has a lot of the features that the modern cups still have, like being spill-proof, having this trigger, being insulated. All the insulation doesn't work nearly as well as the Contigo does. I think they kind of set the standard for later auto mugs to come down the road. And if I haven't said it already, I love Ronco products. So I can never really be too hard on these because Ronco Peel, come on, the guy was a pioneer. I'm gonna proudly display this among some of my other vintage Ronco items because it's so cool, even though it's not perfect. I think the biggest flaw in this was the fact that you have to use your tongue to get the collected liquid out of there. It's kind of gross. Otherwise, you know, for 1977, it's pretty good. For 2019, not so great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this trip back to the 1970s, and I'll catch you next time.
All right, man, I have to admit your newfangled Auto Cup is actually not too bad, but we invented it first. Don't forget that. And hey, we still got disco, which I'm sure is still around in 2019. We invented that too.